Hello potential friends, and welcome back to the Vlogging Nook with me, Alexandra, your local Star Wars geek. Now we all know the world of Star Wars is an incredibly fashionable place, from Padme's high fashion looks to Leia's iconic space buns to Luke's desert gay chic poncho and space Uggs. But how good is the fashion inspired by Star Wars that our world has made? Since I, a space spy, have spent probably half the money I've owned in my entire life on Star Wars clothing, I figured I was primed to address this question. So I decided for this May the 4th, I'm going to try an experiment where I attempt to style 7 different Star Wars looks without repeating any articles of clothing. And I own some wild Star Wars things, so if you want to see how I attempt to match these shoes to anything, stick around. I've already done the experiment, obviously, and I've got my computer beside me with all the notes, so don't mind me glancing down as I do this. Not all the outfits are going to be ones that I physically wear outside, whether due to coldness of weather or fanciness of outfit, but the rule is that they do all have to be something that I could feasibly wear on the street with no shame. The other rules is that I need to have 6 pieces to every outfit. A top, a bottom, a jacket/cardigan, shoes, and then 2 accessories. Accessories can be anything from jewelry, pins, purses, backpacks, whatever. To give myself a little bit of wiggle room in making these outfits, 2 of the items out of the 6 can be non-Star Wars related. I am also going to try to have a different makeup look for every single outfit, so we will be judging not only my attempts at fashion, but my beauty guruism, which, you know, I am not one of those. So how did I do? What did I wear? How did people respond to these outfits? Let's get into it. My starting point for look number 1 was obviously going to be my favorite pair of shoes that I have ever purchased in my entire life. These light up R2-D2 pastel shoes by a company called Irregular Choice. This Rogue One crop top was the next thing that I reached for because it felt like the colors on the text matched these shoes. This is also one of my favorite shirts that I have just because I love me some Rogue One. I initially wanted to pair this with my overall shorts because I've worn them with these shoes before and it really gives this sort of cutesy childhood vibe. But I quickly discovered that the top of the overalls was covering up too much of the crop top, so you couldn't see actually the text and whatnot, which was important because that was the Star Wars part of it. So I had to switch to something more low-key, just some black high-waisted pants. For the jacket, I went with an oversized pink and gray silk bomber jacket, and those 2, pants and the jacket, were my 2 normal pieces. Accessories ended up being my homemade Death Star earrings and a little purse in the shape of the Death Star. Purse came from Hot Topic. I believe this was by BioWorld. For makeup, I took the blue and the pink that were in the text on the Rogue One crop top and made an eyeshadow look out of those 2. And I also put on a fair amount of blush for that pink-cheeked, childish kind of excited glow. Now this outfit I did wear outside just to go down the street and get myself some Subway for lunch, and this outfit didn't feel like a departure from my normal style at all. Like, I'd wear this on an ordinary day, even if I wasn't trying to do a challenge. It almost felt too understated, but I think that's because I'm used to wearing these shoes at any chance I can get, even if people tell me they're special occasion shoes. I'm one of those people who destroys the things I like instead of keeping them nice. So I got this bodycon dress, right, that's printed with C-3PO and R2-D2 faces, and I've only worn it once, and I actually wore it to work, which was a great idea because I didn't realize how short it was, which meant that I spent the entire day avoiding my boss's eyes and just like tugging the hem down and being like, I'm a beacon of sin. But I knew that I had to try and theme an outfit around that one. So I doubled down on the droid aspect by picking a satin bomber jacket that I got from Hot Topic. I believe it's a Her Universe jacket. It's for the 40th anniversary and it has C-3PO and R2 embroidered on the back. My normal pieces were these shoes that I found at the thrift store and a black waist belt. The belt was one accessory, so for the other one I added a rainbow Rebel enamel pin to the jacket. I also wanted to paint my nails, but we didn't have any gold, so I painted my nails a dark blue that sparkles in the sunlight with a silver accent nail to sort of go with R2-D2. For the makeup, I tried being the key word here, to use some gold powder to sort of make a gold eyeliner, but it didn't really stand out enough for my actual skin. So really what you see is just the underline of the black and then a top overline of the white eyeliner. It was the first time I tried using that white eyeliner. It's very messy, it's very difficult to use. I also tried to do a top pink lip with a bottom red lip for that, but the red just got all over the top lip. So you know what, this was kind of hit and miss makeup wise. However, I got a lot of compliments on this look, mostly because I actually socialized in this outfit. I took it to a pole dancing show that a couple of my friends were performing at, and after I told them that they did great, obviously, I forced them to give me an opinion on my own outfit.
I really like it. I like that you got the Star Wars, I like that you got the belt, and I love that you're repping the Star Wars and queer thing. Jacket, silk jacket, mwah.
Oh, I mean, you're killing it. I especially like how you coordinated your nails with your look.
I also went to a birthday party afterwards where around 3 drunk people, some of them strangers, asked me where I got my dress. I even got a gasp from one girl when I did a little spin and she realized, oh my god, this girl's jacket has C-3PO and R2 on the back too! Apart from a little self-consciousness when I crossed the pole dancing stage to get to my seat, I felt pretty confident in this outfit, especially since people seem to like it so much. I am a sucker for a compliment. It's very clearly nerdy in the way the other one wasn't at a first glance, but the matching theme of the droids on the dress and the jacket made it feel purposeful enough that I didn't feel like a dork. Or at least, you know, I was a sexy dork. Just call me A4MJ. This was both one of the hardest and easiest ones to put together because one of the first big purchases I made of Star Wars clothing when I got back into Star Wars after Rogue One came out, I was into it as a child obviously, was this crop cardigan from Elhofer Design, which is themed after Poe and then Finn's jacket from the new series because it's just got the red bits. It also has knitting down the arm, like the ribbed pattern of the jacket, which is really cool. And I knew that this cardigan went with a red velvet skirt that I had, and if I wore that skirt I wanted to wear normal shoes with it, black shoes. That meant both of my non-Star Wars items were out of the way, so I need to find a Star Wars shirt to go underneath the cardigan. I picked this kind of because I didn't really have anything else to go with it, and I hated it at first and I thought it was not going to go as an outfit. But I had this brainwave right at the end. Right before I started filming with this outfit, I had the idea to take these 2 pins as my accessories, a Rey themed one and a Padme themed one, and I used them at the waistband of the skirt to keep the crop top tucked in so that it didn't stick out weirdly underneath the cardigan. And then it just all came together. Makeup wise, this one was super simple, kept it really light on the eyeshadow, and did a dark red lip to match the colors on the outfit. As for reactions, this one did not see anything beyond the 4 walls of my house, though my roommate did take one look at me and say, "You look cute, are you going somewhere today?" No, I was not. I was staying inside. But although it didn't get a trial by fire run, I still know I felt super comfortable in this and I would wear it again. I really like that I could keep it buttoned up and be super subtle about the Star Wars connection, or I could just be like, bam, pow, Star Wars logo. And now we get to one of the wildest looks of this experiment. Planning a look out of this beautiful cloud skirt proved to be monumentally difficult. I was out of Star Wars shoes and Star Wars shirts, which meant that I needed to use my normal pieces of this outfit on these shoes, which I ended up using these dusky blue heels and a white lace tank top. So I was stuck trying to find a Star Wars jacket that I hadn't used in any of the other outfits that could go with this. So the raincoat. This raincoat has got little AT-ATs or AT-ATs all over it. It both goes and it doesn't go with this outfit. It's got that tension of almost clashing, almost fitting the vibe, but I decided to go with it in the end. Because God, it was ridiculous to put them together, but it was also kind of fun. For accessories, I popped another Star Wars heart pin in place, a Leia themed one that had a little stripe of purple to bring that color up into the top and half of the outfit. And then I decided to go balls to the wall with this look and match my pastel stormtrooper backpack with this. Yes, it's a lot together. I did wear this outfit outside, minus the raincoat, so dock me some points for that. And even without the raincoat, I stuck out like a neon sign. Out of all the outfits I wore out into the world, this was the one I felt the most conspicuous in. People on the street were genuinely staring at me, and I don't blame them. Most people I pass on my commutes are wearing like darker coats and jeans and stuff, and then there was me, pow, like a pastel explosion of matching pinks and blues assaulting everybody's eyes. Also, I cannot walk quietly in heels, so I was just like stomping down the road, blinding everyone. I swung between feeling profoundly uncomfortable and thinking, you know, I'm totally pulling it off. I'm a model. I am the best thing these people have seen all day. Probably not true. Makeup-wise, I threw on some sparkly eyeshadow this time. Dusty purple was the main color. And I put on my favorite ColourPop pink lip. I didn't set myself any hair challenges with this, but my hair was kind of dying on this day, so I put it in 2 loose ponytails to kind of distract from that. When I was at work, I put on a black cardigan that I had brought so that I didn't freeze to death in the office. And once I was wearing that, and the only visibly Star Wars thing I was wearing was the skirt, I felt like I looked great. The clashing patterns of the backpack and the raincoat were gone, and it was just me and my beautiful skirt. I've worn this skirt to work before, and it always gets compliments. On this day when I wore it, someone stopped me and said, "Your skirt looks like a unicorn frappuccino." And she was smiling, so I'm assuming that was a good thing. Of all the looks this week, this one is definitely more in the crazy look you see on the runway vibe than actual outfit I can wear. Meaning, according to my own rules, this is technically a fair, because I don't think I would leave the house in this entire look, raincoat and all, unless I was going to a Star Wars themed fashion show. Did you know I like Star Wars and also the color pink? From Super Star Wars to super low key, this is an Elle Hoffer design special. Both the orange cardigan and the black dress come from her. The dress is a black version of a dress that was originally in gray, because if you look closely at the shoulders on the dress, it's based on the shoulder detailing of Rey's vest, ironically the one I'm wearing currently. So that is a super subtle nod to Star Wars. The fabric of that dress is actually really weirdly sci-fi feeling, because it's this thick, smooth, plush, structured sort of fabric that has this like natural like weight and swing to it. It's pretty cool to wear, actually. Very itchy stitches on the inside, so I had to wear a white tank top underneath it. The cardigan is another really subtle Star Wars thing that you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. It's actually based off of the Handmaiden outfits from the prequels, but this cardigan gives off such like a Dungeons and Dragons fire mage sort of vibe that I really leaned into that. And one of my accessories that I chose is my Jyn Erso Kyber crystal necklace, which I feel adds to the look, like I could cast a spell at any moment. And my 2 normal things that I wore were the shoes, black strappy heels, and my second accessory, just a black choker. Makeup wise, this one is weirdly the most difficult one I did, even though I literally only did the eyes. I actually looked up smoky eye tutorials, which I attempted to follow to varying degrees of success, and I put on false eyelashes on my own for the first time. In the close-up pictures you can tell that I got one of them a lot closer to the lash line than the other one, but when my eyes were open, I figure you can't tell, so I'm gonna take it as a success. This look did not move outside of my house except for the dress itself, which I did wear to work with a different cardigan and shoes and whatnot, and I got lots of compliments on the dress, which is nice. I'm not gonna lie, this look overall is a really fun look to wear, simply because the cardigan itself is just so out there, like those sleeves and that hood. It's ridiculous, the bold color. Damn. But I did feel like I was dressing up as something, as opposed to just wearing a nice outfit. So I'd say this look is more of a special occasion, or at least it's a definite choice that needs to be committed to. You can't half-ass a cardigan like this. This is the most casual look of all of them, and it's actually also the most closest to a classic cosplay. Yes, I actually own a pair of the exact shoes that Rey is wearing in The Force Awakens. They're by a company called Pozu, and I managed to get mine before Pozu did an official merchandising deal with Disney and started putting out their line of Star Wars shoes with the prices way jacked. So I could definitely not afford to buy these boots now. In keeping with the Rey theme, I paired it with a beige Her Universe Rey cardigan themed on her outfit in The Force Awakens. And I made my non-Star Wars pieces be a pair of high-waisted black and gray pants from ASOS and just a white tank top. I'm also wearing a little pin that says I Rebel on it, and I'm also wearing little tiny Death Star stud earrings. I wore this entire look to work with no changes, and my coworker said I looked like I was ready to go exercise. And actually, the next day was the day that I wore my pastel cloud baby outfit to work, and my same coworker said, "You look better than yesterday." So I guess that dramatic look did appeal to people in some way. Or maybe it's just that this Rey look got a bit of a bad rap from the peanut gallery. My favorite part is actually the makeup and hair, because the outfit itself was so chill that I decided to do a little braid twist thing with my hair to sort of get a Star Wars vibe without doing the whole 3 buns thing that would push it over into an actual cosplay. And I did a slightly more detailed eyeshadow look than I had done on some of the other ones. There's like 3 different colors of eyeshadow in there. I know. So many. There's like blending and shit. Just call me a beauty blogger. I felt comfortable in this outfit and it's something I would wear again. And our last look. We are here. We've gotten to the shoes so ridiculous I keep them on display on my bookshelf normally because I am afraid to wear them outside for fear of breaking myself. You know, and them. We got orange flowers. We got blue suede. We got not 1, but 2 giant sparkly silver bows. We got different faces on the soles. We got a 4-inch heel that's an R2-D2 sculpture. They're made by the same company who did my light up shoes, and you actually can't find them online anymore except on eBay. I found a pair of them for $500 on eBay. That is not what I paid, let me tell you. These shoes, I felt like I had a couple of options. I could play it safe, and I could have paired it with the black Rey dress because, as we know, black goes with everything, or I could lean into the colors on the shoe. So I had this little tiny, very short blue dress that I decided I was going to match it with. And since dresses count for a top and a bottom at the same time, that was my non-Star Wars pieces already gone, which meant everything else had to be Star Wars related on the outfit. The brainwave came when I swapped out this blue, black, and silver cardigan that I originally had paired with a different thing into this outfit. The blues didn't quite match, they weren't quite the same, but it was close enough that I was like, it'll work, especially since there's also silver in this cardigan, which matches the shoes again. This blue cardigan, it's another Elhofer design. Yes, I buy a lot of them, and it's based on the design of Poe's helmet, actually, but in blue. For the accessories, I wore a silver necklace that says I Rebel on it, and a stormtrooper print bandana tie in my hair, which I had done with a little bow and some strands sticking out like Jyn Erso's hair. And just for a touch, I also took some pictures with this blue bag that I have from Loungefly, which has sketches of like an aerial Star Wars battle between TIE fighters and X-Wings and stuff, and it's worried that would be too much blue, but it actually really felt like it worked, especially with the orange explosions matching sort of the flowers in the shoe. Makeup wise, I did a silver eyeshadow look and tried to do a tiny bit of contour, which didn't really come out, so let's not talk about that anymore. By this point, all my nail polish had chipped off except for like the thumb, which is ironic because silver and blue nail polish would have matched this look a lot more than I did the original look I did it for. Now, I never thought I would say this about a look that involved these shoes, but I would willingly wear this in public. The plainness of the dress balances out the what the fuckness of the shoes, so it comes across as kind of weirdly cute altogether. I mean, I can't physically wear these shoes in public until I learn to walk in 4-inch heels, and this dress is legit so short that I would absolutely need to wear tights with it to not scandalize the public outside my house. But I feel like in this look, I somehow don't look like I've lost my wits, despite the bows and, you know, the R2 heel, and that is a triumph to me. Week's worth of Star Wars outfits, smashed out. It was hard at times, but I did manage to fulfill the rule of 6 pieces each, 2 non-Star Wars, and no repeating any of them. If I had to list them from least to most, would I wear it again without changing anything? Probably look like this. From least to most Star Warsy on the outside, I think it goes like this. And from least to most fashionable, this is my ranking. What I did learn is that it's very hard to make a cohesive outfit when almost all the pieces have to be nerdy. Most of the pieces I have are designed to be the statement part of an outfit, so that when you put them all together, they're sort of battling with each other. And not repeating pieces was a lot harder than I thought. I had to compromise so much because there are times when I'd be like, oh, this piece would go so well with this one, but unfortunately this one is the only thing that will go with this one. I spent a lot of time just laying all the clothes out and moving things around to make sure nothing clashed before I was set on these 7. I've also been posting these on my Instagram throughout the week to see what people thought of them, and the results surprised me. The most popular by far were Romantic Movie Date and The Overgrown Child, whereas the look that got me the most compliments in person, Club Droid look, was actually quite less popular. I don't know how much this speaks to what outfits look like in real life versus in pictures with my shoddy photography skills and non-existent modeling skills, but it was interesting. I had several friends tell me they were looking forward to my new look every day on Instagram. That was nice. So with that all out of the way, we're coming to an end here. What I want to know now is what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below with what your favorite outfit was, or if you hated all of them, or if you have any tips for me on how to walk in heels. If you want more information about what brands I wore and what makeup I used, then I will try to put more detail in the description below. If you like this video, you can give it a like on the like button. This was a bit of a departure in types of videos for me, but I may do more videos like this in the future, so if you want to subscribe and click the little bell button to get notified every time I make a new video, that would be awesome. Alright, may the 4th be with you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Also, in case you didn't catch the Easter egg, the one Star Wars piece of clothing that didn't make it to one of these looks is what I'm wearing right now. This is my another Elhofer design thing because I'm obsessed. Bray vest. And I stuck on a little pin as well. Alright, I've talked for way too long. I'll see you guys. Bye.